If HandBrake is maxing out your CPU, slowing down your computer, or making everything else lag, this video is for you. In the next few minutes, I'll show you how to limit HandBrake CPU usage on Windows using two simple methods, and I'll also show you the best alternative if you want to reduce CPU load even more. This is a great fix if you want to keep your PC responsive while converting videos in the background. And if this tutorial helps, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more quick software fixes and editing tips. First, let's start with the easiest method, lowering HandBrake's process priority. On Windows, open Task Manager by pressing Ctrl, Shift, and Escape, or by right-clicking the taskbar and choosing Task Manager. If you only see the compact view, click More Details so you can access the full list of processes. Next, click the Details tab at the top. This is where you can control individual programs more precisely. Now find handbrake.exe in the list. You may need to scroll down a little if HandBrake is already running. Once you find it, right-click handbrake.exe, hover over Set Priority, and choose below Normal or Low. Below Normal is usually the safer choice because it reduces CPU priority without making the program too unstable, while Low gives other apps even more preference if your system is under heavy load. What this does is tell Windows to give HandBrake fewer CPU scheduling resources compared to your browser, game, or other active programs. It does not cap HandBrake perfectly, but it can make a noticeable difference in system responsiveness. Now let's go to the second method, limiting CPU Affinity. CPU Affinity controls which processor cores HandBrake is allowed to use. To do this, stay in the Task Manager Details tab, right-click handbrake.exe again, and choose Set Affinity. A window will appear showing all available CPU cores. By default, HandBrake can use every core on your system. If you want to limit CPU usage, uncheck about half of the cores. For example, if you have 8 cores, you can leave 4 checked and disable 4. If you have a system with many threads, you can still cut that number down to reduce the load. Click OK to apply the change. This method can help a lot when you want HandBrake to keep running, but you do not want it to take over the entire machine. The trade-off is simple. Fewer cores usually means slower encoding, but also less pressure on your CPU and less heat, fan noise, and lag. If you ever need HandBrake to use full power again, just go back to Set Affinity and check all the cores. Now let's talk about the best long-term option if your goal is to reduce CPU usage as much as possible. Switch to GPU encoding. Instead of relying mainly on the CPU, HandBrake can use hardware encoders built into supported graphics hardware. Open HandBrake and go to the Video tab. In the encoder dropdown, look for options like NVEnc if you have an NVIDIA GPU, Intel QSV if you have supported Intel graphics, or VideoToolbox if you're on a Mac. These hardware encoders shift a lot of the work away from the CPU and over to the graphics card or integrated graphics. In many cases, this can dramatically lower CPU usage and free up your computer for other tasks. Keep in mind that available encoder options depend on your device, your GPU, and your drivers. If you do not see one of these options, you may need to update HandBrake, install the latest graphics drivers, or confirm that your hardware supports hardware encoding. Also remember that GPU encoding can sometimes produce different file sizes or quality results compared to CPU encoding, so it's worth testing a short clip first before encoding an entire project. So to recap, if you want a quick fix, lower HandBrake's priority. If you want stronger control, limit its CPU affinity. And if you want the biggest reduction in CPU usage, switch to a GPU-based encoder like NVEnc, Intel QSV, or VideoToolbox. If this video helped, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment below with your setup if you want help choosing the best encoding option for your system. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.